Good evening. Today is the 27th of July, and my name is Nagnath Bhagwan Rabanathe. And today I am going to discuss about the multi-threading in Java. So let's start. Multi-threading is a process of executing multiple threads in simultaneously. So let's see about the thread. Thread is a smallest unit of processing. That means it is a that means the process have the multiple threads running executing inside in the process. So this is thread is also a lightweight as compared to the process, because process have the multiple threads inside in the process executing simultaneously or executing simultaneously or parallelly. So multi-threading is used to achieve the multitasking. Actually, multitasking achieved by the two ways. First is by using the multi-threading, and another way is by using the multiprocessing. But multi-threading is more efficient as compared to the multitasking. Multiprocessing, multi-threading is more efficient as compared to the multiprocessing. Multi-threading is more efficient as compared to the multitasking. Let's see some advantages of multi-threading over the multiprocessing. Multi-threading, whenever we use the multi-threading, we did not that means the threads are the independent. That means if suppose one of the thread has the exception, or one of exception occur in the one of the thread, it doesn't affect the other threads, because threads are independently running inside the process, and other threads are execute its task. So these are the advantages of multiprocessing. But when we use the multiprocessing, process are depends on each others. That means it requires the more every process requires the space in the memory area, but thread does not require the space in the memory area for every thread. It shares the same space in the memory area to every threads, because threads are because threads shares the memory area in the memory, and they run independently. So this is the another advantages of multi-threading. And another disadvantage of multiprocessing is whenever we want to switch from the one process to another process, it requires the more time, because because the register in that processors are required to reload again from when we switch from one process to another process. But it is not required to the thread. We don't require to switch from one thread to one thread. They are independently working of their own tasks. So these are the some advantages and disadvantages of multi-threading and multiprocessing. Let's see some of the methods of multi-threading. That means the Java provides the thread class, and the thread class have some methods to use the thread multi-threading property. So let's see some methods of threads. First method is a start method. Start method is used to start the actual execution of the thread. That means it start the thread which we have created in the by using the object of Java object of thread. So the next method is a run method. Run method is used to write the code inside that run method, where we want to execute. That means why we create the thread. That means for a specific task we created the thread and write that code into the run method. That means the thread is execute that code for particular code. So this is the run method, and whenever we you start the thread, that thread is executed that the run method. That means the run method is main method for that newly created thread. We created thread, such as a public static void main is a main method which is executed by the main method which is created by the JVM. So this is the run method is a main method for the we created thread. So let's see the next method. Next method is wait method. Wait method is used to push the thread into the wait for a specific time period, and this time is given into that method in the milliseconds. So this is method is used to push the thread into the wait state. So next method is a notify method. Notify method is used to uh, uh, remove to used to remove the or call back the thread which is present in the wait method. That means it used to only call that single thread into the wait method. And the next method is a notify all. Notify all method is used to call or resume the or resume the work of that thread, or call the all the threads which are going into the which are present in the wait method. Notify all method is used. The next method is used to sleep method. Sleep method is used to push the thread into the sleep for a specific time period, and after that it automatically, after that particular time period, thread is automatically again resumed. That means we have provided the time to sleep time to the thread. After that the sleep time it automatically working. But it is not for a wait method. Wait method, when we call the wait method, it automatically going to into the wait state, and it automatically cannot be recover or out, cannot come out of from that wait method. Another one thread required to call that thread from that wait method to from outside that wait method. So these are the some methods of multi-threading. Let's see another some methods of multi-threading. The next method is a suspend method. Suspend method is used to suspend the particular thread. That means to stop that execution for a specific time. And the resume method is used to resume that suspended thread. That means the perform. That means the resume the thread which is going to be in the suspended thread. So these are the resume and suspend method. The next method is a current get name. Get name method is used to getting the name of the currently executing thread from that program currently executing. That means it get the name of that thread which is currently executing. The next method is a current thread. Current thread method is used to get current thread method is used to retrieve the name of the current thread. So these are the some methods of multi-threading, that means thread, which are provided in the Java. So I think other some of other methods are provided by Java. So I can stop here because we discussed some of the methods in the. So I can stop here. Thank you so much.